Imagine a world long before humans, before cities, before the very idea of civilization. A world where nightmares crawled, slithered, and swam in the shadows of time. Dinosaurs may dominate our imagination today, but in truth, there were creatures far stranger and far more terrifying. Predators so grotesque, so alien, that even the mightiest dinosaur would seem tame in comparison. Tonight, we dive into the abyss of prehistory to uncover 10 prehistoric creatures scarier than dinosaurs. Welcome to the extinct unknown. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of ancient life, chilling prehistoric monsters, and the secrets buried beneath time, then you're in the right place. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments, because you're about to meet creatures that may forever change the way you see the prehistoric world. Pause. Shift to suspense. Let's begin our descent into the darkness of evolution. Number 10. Echolopterus, the giant sea scorpion. Picture a monster from your deepest aquatic fears. Nearly 8 feet long, armored in a chitinous exoskeleton and armed with spiked claws designed to crush prey. This was Echolopterus, the largest sea scorpion to ever exist, stalking the swamps and rivers of the Devonian period. Unlike the dinosaurs that would come hundreds of millions of years later, Echolopterus ruled the water with an alien menace. Imagine wading into a shallow river, feeling the silt stir beneath your feet, only to see the shadow of a colossal claw reach for your leg. Its claws were not just for defense, they were weapons, designed to snatch armored fish, drag them closer, and tear them apart. While dinosaurs evoke awe, Echolopterus embodies dread. Its design is pure nightmare fuel. The unblinking, segmented eyes, the armored body, and the silence of a predator that could rise from the murky depths without warning. Number 9. Megalograptus, the nightmare of the Silurian. Before Echolopterus, another horror stalked the seas. Megalograptus. Though smaller, at around 6 feet, it looked like something born from a fever dream. Its spiny pincers were curved and serrated like serrated blades, and scientists believe it may have ambushed prey in shallow waters, snapping with terrifying speed. To imagine it, think of a scorpion crossed with a lobster, then stretched into monstrous proportions. Unlike sharks, which glide with elegance, Megalograptus moved with jerky alien precision. Its sheer appearance would have been enough to trigger a primal fear response in any human unlucky enough to see it. Why is it scarier than a dinosaur? Because it's proof that evolution does not care about nightmares. Long before the reign of reptiles, creatures of pure horror already dominated the earth. Number 8. Arthropleura, the giant millipede. Some nightmares don't come with claws or teeth. Some crawl silently across the forest floor. Arthropleura, the largest millipede ever discovered, stretched over 8 feet in length and nearly 2 feet wide. Imagine walking through a prehistoric forest, only to hear the sound of hundreds of armored legs scraping across the ground, and realizing it's not many creatures, but one colossal invertebrate, moving with relentless speed. Arthropleura was not a carnivore, but its sheer size makes it one of the most terrifying creatures in prehistory. This living tank could crush undergrowth beneath its segmented body, and its exoskeleton plates glistened with an armored sheen. Even though it fed on plants and detritus, the idea of encountering a millipede the size of a car is enough to make the bravest shiver. Dinosaurs may have been fierce, but they were familiar. Arthropleura is the kind of horror that feels alien, a reminder that Earth once bred monsters straight out of a nightmare. Number 7. Dunkleosteus, the armored jaws of death. If there is one predator that truly embodies prehistoric terror, it is Dunkleosteus, the apex hunter of the Devonian seas. Reaching lengths of up to 30 feet, Dunkleosteus was a fish like no other. Its head was encased in bone armor, its jaws lined not with teeth, but with sharp bony plates that acted like shears, capable of slicing through flesh, armor, and bone with terrifying efficiency. Its bite force rivaled that of today's great white shark, but Dunkleosteus lived 360 million years ago, in oceans filled with primitive fish that had no chance against its crushing jaws. Imagine the silence of deep water. Then suddenly, a massive armored shadow looms overhead. One strike, and its prey was cleaved apart in a spray of blood and scales. Unlike many predators, Dunkleosteus couldn't even fully close its mouth. The plates locked open just enough to snap with terrifying speed, meaning it fed in brutal, bone-crushing strikes. Compared to this armored leviathan, even the fiercest dinosaur seems almost merciful. Number 6. Helicoprion, the buzzsaw of the deep. If Dunkleosteus was brute force, then Helicoprion was sheer nightmare design. Imagine a shark-like creature, over 20 feet long, with a lower jaw that spiraled into a circular saw of teeth. Yes, you heard that right. A buzzsaw, embedded in its mouth. For decades, paleontologists were baffled by its remains, discovering only the strange spiral fossils. Eventually, they realized what they were seeing. A predator with a whirling blade of teeth, capable of slicing prey like a living meat grinder. In the ancient oceans, Helicoprion was a horror that seemed born from human imagination, yet it was all too real. Swimming through murky waters, its strange spiral would uncoil in a lightning-fast strike, dragging prey into a maw designed to cut, tear, and shred. Dinosaurs may have had claws and teeth, but they never wielded a weapon as bizarre and as terrifying as the buzzsaw shark. Number 5. Leviathan, the whale of nightmares. Millions of years after the dinosaurs vanished, the seas gave rise to something equally monstrous. Leviathan melvillei, named after the biblical Leviathan, was a giant sperm whale with teeth over a foot long. Unlike modern sperm whales, which feed on squid, Leviathan hunted large marine animals, including other whales. At over 50 feet in length, this prehistoric giant rivaled even the infamous megalodon. Imagine a predator with the intelligence of a whale, the bulk of a battleship, and teeth sharper and deadlier than any dinosaurs. Unlike sharks, which rely on sheer instinct, Leviathan hunted with strategy, stalking prey and ambushing with terrifying precision. The deep ocean is already a place of mystery and fear. But imagine those black waters filled with a whale so savage, so relentless, that it tore into the flesh of its victims with bone-crushing fury. Dinosaurs ruled the land, but in these ancient seas, the whale of nightmares reigned supreme. Number 4. Megalodon, the ocean's apex terror. When we think of prehistoric terror, few names chill the spine like Megalodon. Stretching up to 60 feet long with a bite force estimated to be the strongest of any creature in Earth's history, Megalodon was the true apex predator of the oceans. Its jaws were wide enough to swallow a grown human whole, and its teeth, each the size of a human hand, were serrated blades designed to shred flesh and bone with ease. Scientists believe it fed on whales, hunting them like oversized seals, striking from below with devastating surprise. Unlike dinosaurs, Megalodon lived in the oceans humans still fear today. This was no ancient fantasy confined to forgotten lands. This monster swam the same waters we know, a reminder that Earth's oceans have always been home to terrors beyond imagination. What makes Megalodon scarier than dinosaurs is not just its size, but its persistence. Its legend lingers in our culture, whispered in sailors' tales and shark attack fears. Dinosaurs are dead and gone, but Megalodon feels like it could still be out there, waiting. Number 3. Titanoboa, the snake that could swallow you whole. Now, step back from the oceans and into the sweltering swamps of prehistoric South America, about 60 million years ago. Here slithered a nightmare straight from hell. Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever exist. At nearly 50 feet long and weighing over a ton, Titanoboa was a predator of immense power. Imagine the silent coil of its massive body sliding through murky water, hidden just beneath the surface. Then, in an instant, it would strike, wrapping around its prey with crushing force. Unlike venomous snakes of today, Titanoboa relied on sheer strength. Its coils could squeeze with such power that even giant crocodiles stood no chance. Once constricted, its prey would suffocate in the unbreakable embrace of living muscle before being swallowed whole into the abyss of its body. The thought of a snake longer than a bus, capable of vanishing into the jungle shadows, sends shivers down the spine. Dinosaurs may have terrified, but Titanoboa was a living embodiment of primal fear, a predator of suffocating silence. Number 2. Gorgonops, the saber-tooth. Before. Saber-tooths. Long before the age of dinosaurs, during the Permian period, Earth belonged to strange and savage beasts. Among the most horrifying was Gorgonops, a predator with the body of a reptile but the face of a nightmare. Stretching up to 10 feet in length, Gorgonops was armed with massive saber-like teeth that jutted from its upper jaw. These fangs were perfect for slicing into flesh, delivering deep, fatal wounds. Its body was agile, muscular, and built for pursuit. Unlike lumbering reptiles, Gorgonops could chase down its prey across the barren Permian landscapes. What makes Gorgonops especially terrifying is not just its appearance, it's the role it played. It was the apex predator of its time, dominating the food chain in an era before dinosaurs even evolved. Its snarling face, long curved teeth, and cold reptilian eyes reveal a killer far older than any T-Rex. This wasn't just a prehistoric predator. It was one of the earliest prototypes of terror itself, proof that Earth has always engineered killers long before the dinosaurs we know so well. We've descended through time, into oceans where buzzsaw jaws sliced through flesh, into jungles where colossal serpents squeezed the breath from their prey, and across desolate plains where saber-fanged killers reigned. But now, we've reached the deepest shadow of all, the number one prehistoric creature scarier than any dinosaur. This final monster was neither the largest nor the fastest, but it was something far worse. A predator so alien, so nightmarish in design, that even today scientists struggle to fully comprehend it. Number 1. Anomalocaris, the alien predator of the ancient seas. 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian explosion, Earth's oceans were filled with bizarre and alien creatures, and among them was the terror known as Anomalocaris. It may not sound intimidating at first, about 3 feet long, soft-bodied, and swimming in seas long before dinosaurs ever existed. But size doesn't always define fear. What made Anomalocaris horrifying was its design. Its body resembled a fusion of nightmares: a segmented torso, a tail fin for swimming, stalked compound eyes that bulged like those of a monstrous insect, and most terrifying of all, 2 spiny, barbed arms that reached out from its face. These arms could grab prey, pull it in, and feed it into a circular mouth lined with plates that spun like a meat grinder. Now imagine being a small trilobite, shelled, armored, seemingly safe, when suddenly those spiny arms latch onto you, dragging you toward a circular jaw that crushes and tears. There was no escape. Why does Anomalocaris earn the top spot? Because it reminds us that prehistoric life was not just big, but alien. Long before the dinosaurs, the blueprint of life was a canvas for evolution's strangest and most grotesque experiments. This creature wasn't just deadly. It was a glimpse into a world that feels utterly otherworldly, as though it belongs not to Earth, but to some distant planet. Compared to Anomalocaris, dinosaurs feel familiar, almost comforting. This Cambrian monster shows us that our worst nightmares aren't limited by time or imagination. So there you have it. 10 prehistoric creatures scarier than dinosaurs. From armored fish with bone-crushing jaws, to serpents the length of buses, to whales that hunted whales, and finally, to alien predators from the dawn of complex life itself. Dinosaurs may dominate the spotlight, but they were not the only monsters this planet has ever known. Evolution has always written its story in blood and fear, filling every era with predators that push the limits of imagination. And here's the terrifying truth. If life created such horrors before, what monsters might still be lurking in the unexplored depths of our oceans? What shadows of evolution may rise again? The past whispers to us that extinction is never the end. Nature's nightmares always return. Thank you for venturing into the abyss of prehistory with me here on the Extinct Unknown. If this journey left you chilled, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these creatures terrified you the most, and would you dare to face any of them if they still roamed the earth? Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, some monsters are never truly gone.